Welcome to Thrive with Your Guide, a spiritual podcast with me, Cissi Ryland. I am a spiritual teacher from Sweden, and I work with great, beautiful, awakening souls who all have different life purposes here on earth, as they are all magical souls of light, here to be leaders of the new world, shining their light even more bright. I want to invite you to my website www.cissiryland.com and look at the free stuff for you to download. You can also see information about my latest offers and courses, programs. For me, spirituality, ascension, and awakening isn't just about channeling our guides from the higher realms. It's so much more. Awakening is all about expansion of the soul, to be aware of oneself as a human and as a soul, to heal, to let go of the ego and everything that is holding us back. To continue to choose and live based on our egos will become more and more painful. The light that is pouring in on Mother Earth now forces us to stand in our light and our power and to live from our hearts. My background as a therapist, as a healer, a spiritual teacher will be the basis for much of what I will talk about. I will also talk about the ascension path, and since my higher self chose a rather crooked and difficult path on the ascension path, I will share that as well in future episodes. I will also talk about what it's like to be human from a higher perspective. I will talk about angels, about guides, ascended masters, dragons, unicorns, cosmic guides. And my intention is to hold your hand on the way through what we will go through to help you make the right choice to understand yourself and your life better. With that said, it's time for episode number 3. And today I'm going to talk about the law of attraction and what we manifest into our world. We all know about the law of attraction, but surely we all need to be reminded from time to time. It is said, we attract what we are. Yes, but is that a whole truth? Your subconscious dictates the terms of your life until you are willing to let it go. I have been interested in personal development and psychology since I was young, and when I read the book You See It When You Believe It, The Way to Your Personal Transformation by Wayne W. Dwyer back in early 90s, I started to understand the law of attraction. Over the years, the angels and my guides have shown me other aspects of manifesting and the importance of healing and understanding. As I'm sure you know, the law of attraction is all about manifesting. It is a universal law that always works whether we like it or not. Like attracts like in general, but there are exceptions which I would talk about later in this episode or in the next episode. And if we are positive, we can more easily attract positive things in our lives. When we become aware of the law of attraction, we can work with it in our favor. We can choose better and more positive thoughts that will raise our vibrations, and we become a stronger magnet for good things. And in this episode and next episode of my podcast, I want to share my perspective of the law of attraction. A perspective that I have gotten from all the years working with the law of attraction for myself and from all my years working with clients and with my high vibrational loving guides. We're all like a magnet for what we want and what we don't want, depending on what we focus on. Imagine that you are a big magnet. Everything you focus on is coming into your reality. What do you focus your thoughts on? What do you think about during the day? And when you think about those things, how does your body react? Does it feel warm and pleasant? Do you feel a tingling joy and anticipation? Or is your body put under stress? Or does your body perhaps get excited in a negative way because of your catastrophic thoughts? Did you know that a lot of people are addicted to catastrophic thoughts? This is why many people choose to talk about terrible news all the time. Many people choose to focus on something that triggers stress hormones in their body. They have become so used to feeling the stress hormones that they think they need it, and they got an empty feeling in the body if they don't focus on things that stress them or excites them. This is one reason why thrillers, horror movies, and bloody detective stories are so popular. People are completely addicted to this state of discomfort in their bodies. How about you? Are you addicted to any discomfort? When I went through my first really big healing session, I released a lot of blockages and fears from my body, but I never filled up with light. I didn't understand the importance of doing so at the time, so it kind of became empty in my body. I had let go of some of my fears, and I didn't recognize the feeling in my body, the emptiness. Then, a few days after, I found myself sitting, reading an excessively nasty thriller which I would never read otherwise, because somewhere inside I had the need to feel discomfort and fear. Luckily, I figured it out halfway through the book, and I put it down, allowing myself to be in the void for a while instead. So be aware of what emotions you carry in your body. It is essential for you when you wish to manifest nice experiences and also for your well-being. Everything we feel, we put into our bodies. If you have the opportunity right now, and this certainly does not apply if you are driving a car, for example, or doing something else that requires your attention. But if you are in a safe place, then close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths and ask inwardly, what am I focused a lot on right now? What am I attracting? What am I a big yes to? And when you find yourself thinking about something that lowers your vibration, stop yourself from continuing thinking about things that lowers your vibration. Forgive yourself and let go. If you want, you can journal about this. And you can open your eyes and come back to this episode. The important thing in the law of attraction is to set intentions, knowing what you want and then act on it. In order for the universe to fulfill our wishes, we must know what we want. You can set intentions, for example, by writing down what you desire. You can make a dream board. You can jump into your dream life in a visualization. I have some tips for you that is about manifesting. Use affirmations to raise your vibration. It is important that you really believe in the affirmation that you work with. If you feel that something is triggering or lower your vibrations, or you feel some discomfort in your body, or that you have doubts, then you must first work with that. For example, if you use an affirmation, money flows to me from various sources in a never-ending stream. You must believe it when you say it. Otherwise, you induce self-doubt and the affirmation serves no purpose. The more you believe in these affirmations, the higher your vibration. If an affirmation doesn't feel good for you, try to change it so that it suits you. Another tip regarding affirmations and how you can remind yourself of your wishes is in your passwords. We use different passwords everywhere, online and in apps. Often when I choose password in my mobile phone and my computer, I use different affirmations, dream and wishes as passwords, along, of course, with special characters and number combination in the middle, before or after. That way I remind myself of my wishes. Another tip is to have fun. There are no shortcuts. It is actually a commitment. It is time for us to take responsibility for our lives and give ourselves joy. Joy is the highest vibrating sensation that we can feel. Pure joy. Feel into your heart what would give you inner joy. What small step can you take today towards greater joy in your life? If you have no idea, ask those around you, for example your children or your partner, when do they see you at your happiest? When my children were small, my daughter told me that she rarely saw me so calm yet so happy as when I sit and draw. I sometimes draw channel drawings. My guides come to me and want me to draw them. And now I'm going to answer the most common questions I get about manifesting. How do I know what I want? Many people have disconnected from what they want. And they have disconnected their own needs already as children when they were taught that what they thought and felt didn't matter, which means that they have a very hard time finding themselves again and what they really want. The first easiest way to know what you want is to look around you and think about I want that, I don't want that. And based on that information, you understand what you want. Does somebody live the way you want to live? What do others have that you desire? What do others have that you don't desire? And then you choose the opposite of that. I have almost always manifested by wishing in emotions. For me, with my background, as I've told you about, it has been important to manifest security, harmony, but also joy and freedom. The reason I have often wished into how I want to feel is because the universe knows what would give me those feelings. None of us can know with our small brains what would make us feel safe and harmonious. Only the universe knows that. So don't limit yourself in your thoughts, nor should we try to wish a special person into our lives. We meet the one we need to meet. It is never possible to depart from the other person's free will and try to control the common destiny in that way. Some people say, I don't care about the law of attraction. It still doesn't work for me. This is something that I have heard many times. And it is from someone who has given up the idea of getting any of what they desire. But regardless of whether we ignore the law of attraction or not, it still works. We can never wish it away. And if we know how to cooperate with it, it is amazing. There can be many different reasons why our wishes doesn't come as quickly as we want. The first reason is that we must believe that what we wish for will indeed come to us. We have to feel that we are worth it. Many of us have blockages from both this life and past lives. We have, from several generations back, feelings that we carry around without knowing it. For example, you may have an inner child who believes that she does not deserve to have a good time. Or one of your parents may have the mantra, you have to work hard to get money. So getting high vibrations and manifesting what you desire has many steps. And the less you believe it will work, the harder it will get. This is precisely why it is more difficult to manifest $1 million than $1. If you find it difficult to manifest things into your life, start small. Something that is very important is to be grateful what you already have. It has been proven for a long time what a positive impact it has on our well-being. And when you're grateful what you have and grateful when you start to see abundance start entering your life, then just continue to be grateful. I am grateful for my little puppy playing in the background now, and I have manifested her into my life. Abundance always comes in small steps. For example, you can get a discount on exactly what you had intended to buy in the store. You can find a few coins on the street and you suddenly receive money from unexpected sources. We cannot and should never decide where our money will come from. That is a money block. Money can come from unexpected sources. Over the years, I have really received money from the most unexpected places, and I know it works. And you have to be grateful for every penny that comes in, not dismiss it and think, but this is just a small amount of what I have wished for. That is the same thing as saying to the universe, thanks, but no thanks. Don't send me more because I have no gratitude, nor do I have joy for what you have given me. And surely it is more fun to give a gift to a child who is happy than the child who throws what you have given on the ground because it was not exactly what he or she wanted. Another thing that I have heard a couple of times, I cannot manifest, be grateful or raise my vibrations because I've never learned that from home. That is really a blockage. There is so much that many of us never learned at home, but we can do it anyway. We can all learn and do the right thing, regardless of what you learned at home and what you didn't learn. Very few of us learned about the law of attraction when we were growing up. This is just an excuse to hold ourselves back. Which part of myself benefits from thinking and saying these things? What do I gain from it? There is always a part of us that benefits from playing small. We have to give this part a lot of love and try to let it go. What if I'm not worthy of what I dream of? If you believe this is true, you need to start here. You must work with the parts of you that think that you are not worth it. Most likely one or more inner children, but it could also be a past life. Depending on what you have lived as and how you have been treated in previous lives, it may remain within you that you believe you are not worth anything. How can I manifest if I am in a difficult situation and need to attract just the opposite? This is one of the hardest parts of manifesting. But one tip is to understand that time is just an illusion. You already have everything you long for. Live as if it were your existing reality. I know this is hard, but that's my best advice. After all, time is an agreement that exists only on Earth. It is important in the event of financial difficulties not to be in the yearning and have a poverty mindset. When you are vibrating that you're yearning or that you have a mindset of lack, you're telling the universe that you want to keep it that way. You really need to live based on 100% trust that everything will work out. Everything you long for will come to you. So think for a moment about where your thoughts and feelings are during the day. Act as if you are already living the life of your dreams, at least with your feelings. Feel that you are satisfied, harmonious, and happy. Maybe even feeling a bubbling joy inside of you. My partner and I often do a thing by manifesting. That is, we often talk about how lucky we are and that we always get everything we need. For example, the sun always shines on our vacations. It could also be that you are in a situation now to learn something. Then you need to work a little more on yourself. What do you need to learn? I will talk about that more in the next podcast episode. Do we ourselves know what is the highest and best for us? Actually, we don't. That is why often when I actively working on manifesting, I wish for feelings that I want to feel instead of earthly things like a car or clothes or whatever it may be. We should aim for the stars, not stick to the treetops. Should we tell others what we desire? You can do as you wish. I myself rarely or never talk about what I wish to manifest. Sometimes to those who are closest to me, but never in public, never on social media. When I manifest, I like to jump into my dream life. I see myself living where I feel good, feel harmony, joy, together with people I love. I'm sure you know that the higher vibrations you have, the better manifester you are. This is some signs that you have high vibrations. You feel the oneness with the universe. You can easily see the higher purpose of things. For example, things doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. You don't see yourself as a victim anymore. You become a lighthouse for your goals and dreams, and you manifest more and more of them into your life. You can easily feel gratitude, love, forgiveness, compassion, and calmness. You're highly intuitive. Now I will give you some example of signs and messages to pay extra attention to in your process of manifesting. Number 1, new ideas. New ideas that seems to appear right out of the blue. Number 2, numbers that appears over and over again. If you Google angel number meaning, you might find that they have a special message for you. Number 3, signs, posters and stickers on cars, houses, etc. Number 4, social media, mobile, computer. Maybe you will find that when you surf the internet or scroll through your Facebook feed, messages with the same or similar meaning begins to show up for you. 5, dreams. Sometimes, usually when we are in our mind, when the thoughts are all over the place, the universe have a harder time reaching us with their messages. A way to reach us is by giving us different signs and guidance to us in our dreams when we sleep. 6, people. The universe can send out messages in the form of humans who brings similar messages to us. It can be guidance about, for example, a new direction in your life. My children has always been fantastic messengers of light and love for me and has told me exactly what I needed to hear in just the right moment. 7, synchronicities. Synchronicity is when coincidences and what looks like a coincidence happened and they all have a connection. Carl Jung coined the term. Synchronicity is a fantastic sign that you are on the right path. 8, music. We can get a lot of messages and signs from music. A song that you find yourself humming over and over again, or a song you hear in your head when you wake up in the morning. Soon I will open up a very special program again. It is so close to my heart. A 3-month program, and it is a transformational goddess program designed for those who are ready to step into the next stage of their life, to stand in your power, to find your gifts, to believe in yourself, to step into a leadership role in your life, and that can be leading yourself, it can be leading your family, your children, or you can be a leader at work or in your own business. There is so much feminine power, wisdom, and abundance in this program. These amazing magical goddesses and I have been in contact for many, many years, and this is the second time I'm offering this powerful program online. And it is a program for personal development and very powerful spiritual program. The next planned start is in April or May this year, 2023. And feel free to look at my webpage and see if this is something that appeals to you. And now I'd love to hear your thoughts on and insights from this episode. You do this by taking a screenshot of this episode of the show and tag the photo with the Thrive with Your Guide Instagram account. If you like my podcast, please recommend it to your friends, share, download, and subscribe. With that, I want to thank you for listening today and see you soon. Lots of love to you from me, Cissi Ryland.